this time you can hear the sound too. I've been having some issues, so I'm using Dad's phone on Instagram right now, how to download it. But we are in the side-by-side right now. I came home for the weekend and are checking fence on Cornstalks, and just was going to show you a little bit of that process. So Dad's had a few days or weeks, I guess, of checking fence with hunting season. Haven't you?
We have. So we got a lot of CRP around us on this cornfield, so the people that hunt deer pretty hard, we go through, so we kind of got to train deer also with hot wire along with the cows. But
yeah.
So after they get done getting chased, then we kind of get a little better shape of not losing so many insulators to keep the fence hot.
So the hunters, is it just them shooting and then the deer run, or what?
The deer just know that they're being sought after, so they're a little wilder. They don't jump when they normally know they need to, and so plus it's also the rut, so they're interested in other things too.
Right. So anyways, Dad's had to fix a lot of fence out on this Cornstalk lately, but it's all looking good today, huh?
It sure is.
Yeah. So hot wire fence, so temporary. We can put it out on Cornstalks on the winter and then take it down once the cows go off, either when you switch cornfields or in the spring. But I'll flip the camera around and show you a little bit of that side. So this, I don't know, you can't see it extremely well, but that is a Cornstalk fence. If you watched my stories a few weeks ago, there was Eric and I were putting up fence in West Point. Here's outside the window. But there's a lot of corn down after harvest. Hi, Fran. A lot of corn down after harvest, so we turned the cows out to graze that corn.
Not only the corn, but also the fodder.
The what?
The shucks and all of that. So they clean that up and put fertilizer back on the cornfield too. So
yeah.
It's a great rotation to have cattle back on corn stalks, because they'll clean up the husk also, and put fertilizer back in. They recycle those husks and make it into fertilizer, and it's good for the whole program.
And a lot of times with cover crops, does this field have any cover crops planted, Dad?
This field did not get any cover crops in it, so we didn't get much rain when we needed to, so we decided not to fly them on this year.
Yeah, so if there were cover crops out here, I would normally have some green in the pasture, or not pasture, green in the corn stalks too, so we'll show you that. Can we go see the cows now, Dad?
Okay, well,
Can we? I started the video too early. We gotta do something.
Yes, I did. We'll go back and check fence a little bit later.
Jacob Schlick says, who's the dog behind you? Sam.
That would be Sammy boy.
We've got two dogs behind us. Fran, Sam. This might be the lowest quality video I have ever done, so I'm sorry if you can't hear us very well. I'm not used, Dad has an Android too, and I have an iPhone, so I'm not used to this camera, but it seems a lot closer to your face. So Dad, any other knowledge that you want to spread to the world of Instagram? This is a bad thing to ask.
I guess not. I don't. First experience on Instagram.
Not, well, kinda.
Kinda.
You've been in my stories.
All right.
Instagram Lives. It's your first
Instagram
experience.
Live. Flip it around. We're gonna come see some cows.
So we're coming up on some cows up here who have been out on the pasture. You can see it just across from this cornstalk field, or this cornfield. There's a pasture right there. So they've been on there since the spring after breeding season, and now they are transitioned to the cornstalks just so that they can graze that. And somebody asked, is that your dad? Yes, this is my dad and I on Instagram Live today. Just checking some cornstalk fence and cattle out on cornstalks. So Dad just said the cows, we
named Sage looks like that.
Yeah, this cow has a droopy ear. I don't know if you can hear my dad or not, but this cow has a droopy ear, and my sister's dog has a droopy ear too, so we call this cow Sage, which is my sister's dog's name. But we have a mix of Red Angus and then Key Angus out here. So if you don't know what Key Angus is, that's Chiania's and Angus cross. And we love that breed because of the good tenderness genes and the good meat quality that they have.
Right. The Red Angus pretty much have embryos in them this year, and they'll have calves from other cows.
Yep. So Fran, are you being a good cow dog? And Sam? Okay. I see one question has been submitted, but if anybody else has any, I'm going to flip the camera around soon and we can answer some questions. So. Okay, so those are the cows. We have a question. How big is the herd now, Dad? If you want to talk about, we've been transitioning our cattle herd a lot in the past year.
We have been.
Yeah.
We went from 220 head of cows when Hannah decided to move to West Point, that I am down to 40 head of cows. So a lot of transition deal.
So it's a little different of a year for calving season we had, for sure.
So calving has got moved to April, where it's a lot nicer, and we'll no longer calve in January and February.
So April will be good. Just they'll mostly be able to just have them outside then versus.
We'll have them on a pasture that we haven't used since late May when they came to other grass. And we actually drove through that this morning. It's really tall. It'll be a great place for them to calve, and we plan on calving them outside. And it should be nice enough where it's not an issue. And I get to sleep through the cold weather now.
Yeah. And the reason we wait almost a year to put cattle on grass, we really focus on like rotational grazing and making sure the pastures are replenished by the time that we graze them again, and that really helps take care of the land too. No other questions, Dad? Anything else to say?
Well, thanks for watching today.
Yep, thanks for watching. Thanks for tagging along while we check cows and check fence. Bye from Hannah and Dad, Dawn, for those, not Dad, and bye from Fran.